Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I will be replacing the weather stripping on the rear doors of my 2005 Lexus GX470. Not just because we're sitting at 299,883 miles, but because the driver's side door looks like this, and the passenger side door also looks like this. Fortunately, the rear door seals along with the front ones are very easy to replace if you're going to do this yourself and following this along as your tutorial. I think that you can do it. I know that you can do it. Here we have a T15 screwdriver and a set of needle nose pliers, and that's really just about all that you need to do the job. I've done the front seals as well. Those are in a different video. I will link that up here. But for the meantime, let's get going on the rears. My first step here is to roll down the rear windows. Passenger side, driver's side. Open up the rear door here. Take out this little screw in the door right here. T15 screwdriver for that. Should come out pretty easily. There you go. And believe it or not, to get this whole piece out, which is one big piece here, take your needle nose pliers, pinch right about here, make sure that you're not pinching this seal back here, and yank it out. I like to start over by where the screw is. You can see my pinch point right here. Go ahead and start yanking on that. See, it pulls out just like that. Grab a little further back, same type of deal. It'll slowly wiggle its way out. You can see where it's coming up loose here. Make my way back a little bit further. You can see it's coming a little bit loose back here. I'm going to put down the camera and give it one big yank. And with a little bit of prying, just with my hands underneath, the whole piece has come off like that. Don't be afraid to get a little bit rough with it. It's meant to stay in there, obviously. The screw is the only thing that really holds it in, outside of these plastic retaining clips, which are okay to be broken off because you do have a new one to replace it. Also a little notch right here that you can see sits in that lip right there of the old stripping. That just comes off like so. Pretty simple. I'll go ahead, I'll wipe up this window a little bit just right here. I have the new one ready to put on here. I bought a Lexus Toyota OEM part right here. The part number is 75722-60080 for the driver's side rear weather stripping. And here's the new trim piece with a little blue film over top of the chrome stripping here. You can see once again it's got that plastic retainer clip. Rest of the lip just seats in here. And then it's got the actual screw hole in the end. So I'll go ahead and fit that on. You can see it just sits on right here. I'll go ahead, push it in so that it sits in nice and snug. You can hear that click right there. It's an audible sign that it's getting in all the way. There you go. So that lip down there actually seats along the whole way, holds it in, and then there's an actual screw to hold on the end. I'll go ahead, I'll peel this off here. You can see already just how much nicer that looks. This old stripping here has this little plastic nub right here that is the same one that goes on right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off with needle nose pliers. I'll pinch these corners here, pop it out, and then push it in to hold this side stripping in place. Now that we've got this secured here, I'm going to go ahead, go back inside, open up the door, and put in that T15 torque screw. Now that we're back inside, you can see right where that screw hole lines up, so this will kind of drive a hole into it since it is a little plastic outline there. I'll put on the tip of my screwdriver, fasten it in. Obviously you don't want it ridiculously tight because you don't want to strip out that inner plastic lining, but it should be pretty snug. I'll go ahead, roll up the window, and make sure it seats properly. And just look how much nicer that looks compared to before with the old one hanging down. Much, much better. I'm going to go ahead and do the same process for the passenger side. I'm going to go ahead here, remove that set screw, bend up and rip out that old door seal. I found that you can get a lot of success kind of pinching low to it, making sure you don't scrape the paint, of course, and pulling it forward like that, kind of folding it over. You can see what that did over there. More should do it. And there we go. It's good to be pulled out by hand. Make sure as well, this little nub is in here. Make sure to remove that so you don't actually tear this piece over here. Like I said, I'd grab some needle nose, pinch it there, pull it out. The OEM part number for the passenger side door is 75721-60080. I'm once again going to set it in, seat it in, screw it in. There you go. And she's set. Just to verify that everything looks good, I'm going to roll up the rear window, make sure that everything's seated in right. And just like that, everything in the back looks good. Well, there you have it. There's my video slash tutorial slash instructional, whatever you want to call it, on removing and replacing the rear window seals in my 2005 Lexus GX470. It really is an easy process, really does only take 2 tools. It's really not a bad process overall, it just is annoying and tedious to have to do it, especially because those door seals, if you buy the OEM ones as I did, they do come in at around $70 to $80 a piece. But to keep up an almost 300,000 mile car, you're going to have to put some money into it. At least that's what mine's sitting at. Anyways, hopefully by the time that this video goes up, the Lexus will have crossed over 300,000 miles. I'll say right here if it has or hasn't. But, yeah, I've made a lot of videos on this car. If you like this kind of content, car stuff, outdoor stuff, whatever, I'm posting a lot more of that here on the channel. I'm trying to get more consistent with it. So, thank you for watching this one. If you want more GX videos, more car videos, more outdoors videos, like I was saying, feel free to check out the rest of the channel, subscribe, check out some more stuff. I'll throw it here. But, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. Have a good one.